on. Am I the asshole for insisting that a nude drawing be removed when I have a personal connection?
Is this safe for work, Ben?
Maybe not.
Shout out to everyone listening at work.
Well, this just seems so silly and one of those unbelievable coincidences, but it happened, and I'm wondering if I'm the asshole. I'm a 48-year-old lady, probably named Karen, and I volunteer for a number of organizations, the local museum, botanical garden, etc. I have the time and I like to give back. So recently I was visiting with an acquaintance named Deb from one of these groups at her place.
Menchie. Menchie.
She and I were planning for an upcoming meeting. I had never been to her home before. In her beautiful home, she had a lot of art. She is a collector and an artist herself. In the salon where we were meeting was a large framed charcoal drawing, a slightly abstract male nude. It was very well done, although not exactly my kind of thing. I prefer clothed art.
Okay.
I was intrigued for reasons I will explain below and asked her some questions. It turns out that she was the artist herself, and that was a sketch she had done in a life drawing class a couple years ago in a local college's adult education art class, and she liked it well enough to display. Immediately my heart sank. I knew the drawing was of my son. Dun, dun, dun. My beautiful boy Aaron had posed as a model for such a life drawing class when he was home after his freshman year. Why, I don't know. He freely told us he had done that even though he probably knew I wouldn't approve. Despite being a near perfect kid, Aaron had always a hint of a rebellious streak. Think Tarzan hair and the kinds of clothes some kids today wear.
What a rebel.
I had been quite upset with him at the time, apparently parading around in his birthday suit for middle-aged men and women. I begged him not to do it. What would people think? That it was not right and that we didn't do those kinds of things. He was paid, but certainly didn't do it for the money. He said it was just for fun. His father didn't seem to care. Like, Dad doesn't give a shit.
Dad does not care.
I always liked that Aaron is a free spirit, but this was just too much. I discreetly explained the situation to Deb, knowing that she would understand and remove the art, especially when our members visit. She refused, though, and it led to a big argument and me using some frankly unladylike language. She thinks I'm the asshole for not asking and making a big deal out of nothing, and I think she's one for displaying a nude drawing of my son. I'm going to the effort to arrange a meeting at another location, but in the meantime, am I the asshole? And then just a little bit of additional context she provided in an edit. The drawing is fairly abstract, but I instantly knew it was my son. He was pretty distinctive longish hair and the same build look. And no, you can't really see his bits with much detail, but still.
Okay, Karen.
Look, I want to be at least acknowledge it would be pretty awkward to walk into someone's home and you see a naked picture of your son on the wall when you weren't expecting that.
It's not a naked picture. It's a
naked
drawing that was abstract that isn't clear that she knows was her son because she knows her son posed for this, but it's not clear that other people would immediately know it's her son.
But that's the thing though. Just don't tell anyone. Just don't tell Deb. Deb doesn't have to know. No one there has to know.
Debbie doesn't have to take it down. First of all, Debbie, from what I understand, did not know it was your son, right?
No, but now Debbie has the satisfaction of knowing that.
And
she can bring it up at the next botanical garden meeting, can share with all the other ladies who lunch.
Now she's going to sell it for more. She's going to make a profit knowing it's your son. No, I think Aaron, the poster's son, was 22 when he made this decision. So I'm sorry, Mom, but, he was an adult and was capable of making that decision himself.
Yeah.
And said that he did it. I mean, he got paid, but he also said he did it for fun. And that's just him. And it was an art class. It's an art class.
That's your son.
Like, yeah. I mean, I don't see a problem with this at all. In trying to understand how the mother feels, like if I was a 48-year-old cranky lady and I was prude and I, don't like anything. I only like clothed art, like if you're trying to put yourself in that mindset, I can kind of see a bit of embarrassment. Like if you knew that was actually a picture of your child, you might feel a little embarrassed and maybe you'd have a conversation with Deb. However, I think it's extremely unreasonable of her to expect Deb or anyone to immediately like bow down to her and do what she says and like and burn the poster or whatever, because first of all, you can't even clearly tell it's him. It's art. He did it on his own volition. He was an adult. There's really nothing technically wrong. However, I understand how she might feel a little embarrassed.
Also, like nude portraits, there's a lot of nudity in very classic, tasteful art, right?
I wish we got a picture attached to this.
Oh, you do? Well, do you? Would you like it?
I would like it.
You know, the only thing that would would flip it for me is if the art was like insane depictions of like sex acts with her son like inserted into them or something crazy.
If
right?
it was clearly her son in a way that anyone could identify him, because then it kind of does link it to her. Well, no, but even still, then it's
that was his
decision.
choice.
No, you're right, but in this case, it's like it's only her in the room who knows. No one else knows.
Yeah.
So just shush, Karen. You know what I mean? So yeah, you're an asshole, Karen. Go back to your garden.